Please come. We shall start a new chapter today, and I'll talk to you a lot, and I'll answer your questions, also queries. But before that, let's go for 30-second meditation. Take off your specs. Close your eyes. Take off your specs. Close your eyes. Fold your hands. Concentrate on Almighty God and express your thanks and gratitude for everything you've got in life. Take your parents' blessings by touching their feet mentally. Feel that all positive energy entering your mind and becoming stronger. Whatever you discussed today, we shall remember forever. Rub your hands, touch your eyeballs, touch your cheeks, and open a gentle smile. So, that was a 30-second meditation. It helps to concentrate and increase your concentration power, and you know Cm square is concentration matters most. Cm to the power 2, Cm square. Concentration matters most. What matters most? Mallika? Concentration matters most. Cm square. Very good. So, today Rahul, today whatever I taught you last time and gave you some homework, trading profit and loss account, I believe that you have done, you have solved some questions. Those questions that I have given for trading PL account balance sheet, I will check afterwards, and you have to do some at home also, some homework. And those 50 questions please complete during tomorrow and day after tomorrow immediately. But today I will take you to another stage, but those things have to be completed. This is very important, only then you shall be expert. And regarding your evaluation pattern, don't worry, I will be asking, and accordingly I will help you how to prepare for evaluation. But for that the basic concept must be clear to you. Evaluation, that will be okay only. If basic concepts are clear to you, you can sit for any exam. But if basic concepts are not clear to you, then all meaningless, and I am doing that. So, don't worry about evaluation. And regarding profit and loss account balance sheet, I will come again 1 or 2 days after, but today I will not go to that last days. I will take to some other things. Just recap, Mallika, now stop talking everybody. So, you have done journal, maybe 1 or 2 you may not be able to do, but you have done journal. Okay. I will check up those which you cannot do, I will take one class for that. Don't worry, but not today. I am somehow managing to, please don't talk. Now when I talk when I am on, you are off. Okay. So, what I have already done, there are lots of confusions may be there, you can ask me later on. What I am doing, whatever number of days have been given to us, much before completion of that number of days, we shall finish up the whole chapter, whole syllabus, and then from beginning we shall check where is the point. That is my plan, because if I spend too much of time in one particular topic and some will be left out, that will not good. So, let me finish off, and then I will sit, relax, you ask me question anywhere, clarify all these things. But every class you will find me just recapitulating the other things. You remember you have done journal, okay. It is good. One is debit, was credit, okay. And some journals you may not be able to do, but don't worry for that. Some critical journals are there. Even after doing lot of things, you may find some critical journals are there, how to do this a question. Although you know debit and credit rule, still you may not be able to do. Maybe what will be this journal? You know debit and credit, but may not be able to do. But suppose you have purchased a furniture and paid money. So, furniture account debit to cash, these things you know, isn't it? You have purchased computer and paid cash, computer account debit to cash, you have learnt it. You have purchased computer on credit from data machine. So, computer account debit to data machine. These things are I think clear, but critical journals, compound journals, complex journals may not be clear to you. I will take one class for that. But debit credit rule, asset and expense, increase debit, all others are reverse. This is American approach, and regarding English approach also you know, but American approach you have found that even I can teach in a less time to anyone. I have seen that. People catch it very quickly, American approach. Asset and expense, increase debit, all others are reverse. Remember that. Sometimes you write also, write and hang in your wall at your home, sometimes have a look. This meditation should go on, and when you sleep at the end of last second, when you go to sleep, before that have a look or think external expense, increase debit, all others are reverse. Keep on doing this practice, this is some sort of meditation. So, this is very useful, because suppose you forget this rule, it will be all meaningless later on. Do not forget the rule, love the rule and meditate on the rule. Now, suppose furniture purchased, you know the entry, book purchase, you know the entry, building purchase, know the entry, goods sold. Everybody please concentrate, one or two not concentrating, I feel it, please concentrate here. Whatever coming to your mind, just off out now, for some time pause and concentrate here. Okay, because I feel from here someone is, some thought comes, you think that to give importance to that first, instead keep it aside, give importance to this first. Okay. So, yeah, suppose this journal that you have already learned, their journal may have happened in 1 minute, so many transactions may happen in the company, in 1 minute 10 transactions may be there, and in 1 hour 1000 transactions may be there, in 9 hours you know how many transactions will be there in one particular sales counter, and in 1 month you know how many, in 1 year how many lakhs or you know how many transactions will be there, and put this way, this types of furniture account debit to cash, cash account debit to sale, cash account debit to commission, rent account debit to cash, keep on doing. You have learned, you have found interesting, very nice. But now think you are in the practical position, giving one after another. You know everything, you can do, but keep on doing. How will you find? How will you find? Journal. And then you will be able to do ledger, and then trial balance, and then PL account, trading, etc. balance sheet. How the experience would be, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Not getting to the point. So, these types of journals are innumerable, lots of journals are coming, voluminous, and you are doing one after another. You can do, of course can do, but you are doing that. What will happen to the accountant? Rahul, can you imagine? It will take a lot of time. You getting my point or not? Are you getting my point or not? Whatever you have learned, that thing you have done in 1 hour here, you have learned, but thousands transactions happening. You are in the counter, in the sales counter, or you are in the company working as an accountant, suppose, or you are accountant, you are in the management, you are accountant doing those entries. Imagine. Think of a business, how many transactions can take place in one day. Think. I have taught here on the journal and rules. But think in the actual position in the business, in the company, how many transactions will take place and you do journal ledger. Is not it boring? Is not it laborious? Is not it time taking? So, I will give you some solution for that. Today there is a topic. You have understood my point, what I am talking? Sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, is the evaluation process clear now?
Again the same question coming. She asked, forget it, evaluation won't be there. Just concentrate, all these things are recording there. Forget it. I told you that whatever teaching, beyond that any question should not come. Once now you ask question, then you talk, I will give you time. Okay. You just concentrate what I am doing, have patience to that, because you are learning something, right. In your line you are expert, but this is something new, and after this session you must be able to attain these things. After this class of 2 hours, what I expect you to learn, you are expected to know all these things. Can you read what are the things you are going to learn? Rahul, still your mind is not fixed here. No, you are thinking of evaluation. Yes, please.
Explain the purpose and types of subsidiary books.
Yes. I am giving you the target after my classes 2 hours say, you shall be able to do this, otherwise this meaningless class will be meaningless if you are not able to do this. I have given, I is my target, you should be learning these things, if not then you talk to me. I am not giving many things which you cannot learn from my class of today, but these things I am giving you a challenge that you are going to learn and make it clear. Got it? So, this is my objective of today's class. And number 2, Rahul.
So, we will be able to differentiate between journal entries and entries in subsidiary books.
The new term is coming, subsidiary book. You should be able to do it. After half an hour, you should know what is subsidiary book, what is journal, what is the difference. It's journal you know, but something new is coming. Yes, next. Tell me.
Prepare different types of cash books, single, double, triple
you shall be able to understand what is cash book, how to prepare, and different types of you should be understand after my 2 hours of session. We are targeting, because if goal is set, then it will be, you will be motivated and it will be good. No? Otherwise, I will be delivering lecture, you don't know anything. I don't teach that way. Target, I do this, I will learn it, I will teach it, and you shall be able to do it. You know, all are intelligent, so it is not that you don't understand and saying yes, understood. It is not like that. Next, what will be, yes, biology.
Understand the treatment of bank transactions, contra entries and overdrafts.
Yeah, you shall be able to understand what is bank transaction, because see, you have done in journal different types of transactions and all these things are affected there, but here we shall treat bank a bit with specialty, specially. There are lots of transactions with bank only, and we shall be able to understand what is contra entry. You will be able to understand what is bank overdraft. After these 2 hours of class, you should be understanding these things. You? Cash and bank books from given data. Because cash book, bank book is a cash book only, you should be able to understand, because cash book is the most important record of any business, any organization, any institution. Cash book everybody prepares. Cash book is the most important thing. I will give you the idea. Because if you do not understand cash book, you cannot guide your accountant, you cannot check your books of account in a company. I am sure that you are not becoming accountant, but you should know accountant to control the accountant. That knowledge you will be getting. Even you can prepare also. I will teach that cash book. And next, anyone? Last point.
Appreciate the managerial implication of cash and bank record before decision.
Okay. At the end, after doing all these things, you shall, and my tendency is also to teach all these things, and at the same time, I am connecting these things. You might have seen in my lectures, I am connecting this with managerial decision, because it is managerial accounting. So, in everything I am connecting there, which I will never do in 11 class. Class 11 I will not do, I will just teach cash book, do this, finish. But in your class I have to connect it, how it is going to help, and even you shall be able to understand, oh, this is the thing, this is the thing. Because always you have to remember that you are going to be in the management position, managerial position. So, how these things are going to help you, even if I do not teach you, you can understand. So, now Rahul, read.
Why do you think businesses maintain more than one book of original entry instead of using only the journal?
Yes, that is the most important question that I am putting before you today. First, you have done journal, ledger, all these things, and journal is the books of original entry. First you do in journal. Now, beyond journal also something else is there, which is the substitute for journal, and you have to go for the substitute. Otherwise, journal, I have already told you, you have got thousands of journal per day, lakhs of journal per day, keep on doing, see what will happen to the accountant. You do, but you have to learn journal. I have taught you, I have taught debit and credit, that is okay. But still, the journal form is very time taking and laborious, all these things. You have understood that. So, the question is, if we do not do only journal, if you do something else, the question is why we shall do something else. Those something else will serve the purpose of journal or not, and how those something else has to be done, and what are these. Journal we have understood, but sometimes we shall skip journal and do that thing. And debit credit, same thing will be there in brain, there is no change. But instead of putting everything in journal, we will take out something here and there and there and there. And this will be helping the management, this will helping the accountant, this will helping the saving time, and today I am going to teach you those things. It is very essential. Journal, you have understood journal, but it is laborious. So, instead of doing 20 crores of journal, this way debit credit, we have some options. What are those? Managerial perspective. Efficient record keeping improves accuracy, speed, helps managers to decision making. You understood? I just put this sentence in between, because if your bookkeeping, recording keeping is efficient, that is what I am doing, efficient. Only doing journal is not efficient, not good way of doing the accountancy. So, you should do something extra, that extra I am going to today, and you should understand. But any question comes, just note somewhere. At the end I will give you 30 minutes time, you will be asking me. So, if we maintain accounts properly, accurately, then managers, you know what managers do generally, or only managers only do decision making and nothing else. Do you know what is management exactly? The word means management, you know everybody? Management means, some other teacher will be teaching you, management means getting things done by others. That is the meaning of management. Management means getting things done by others. Generally managers are not doing, they get the thing done by others. They get the thing done by other people, other money, other. So they take decision, they control functions of management. You can see management teacher will be teaching you functions of management, planning, controlling, coordinating, all these things, and decision making. And managers will be in a better position to take decision if you make the bookkeeping and accounting in the way I will be teaching today. I will not give up journal, it will remain, but some such transactions which are too much boring and all, I will put out from journal, put some other place. And see, today you are learning on lecture system, you are doing in books, you are doing here, and after learning these basic points, everything you can do through softwares, do not worry. But now if you go for software only directly without understanding, then there will not be any difference between you and anybody, suppose who has not passed even class 10, there will not be any difference. He can also click and find out, no? Okay. So I have recapped double entry book system, I have told you. Asset and expense, I just put it this way so that lecture remains in the track. I have told you about double entry, you cannot skip that. Asset and expense, increase, debit, all others, sir? Very good. Okay. What are those other books? See, books of original entry other than main journal. Main journal you have learnt, this debit, this credit, ledger folio, date, particular, LF, debit amount, credit amount, you have done it. And what I have said, books of original entry other than journal. This is journal, but I have made 1, 2, some other things. Here burden will be less, original journal burden will be less. I will not put everything in journal, I will put here. Okay. And you have seen the second advantage, I have already told you, if I do this way, say I am putting here only, this book, how many I put? How many here? Can you count? How many? Now? Okay, let us wait. I put, and this is original. You can see, na? Okay. Please enjoy. Okay. These are the books. These are the extra books that we are going to learn, and these are the extra books known as subsidiary books. As a managerial personnel, you should know the accounting technique, how they are doing, what they are doing. Otherwise, you shall not be able to understand what the accountant has done. He will tell you, explain you anything, you have to believe. That's why it is included in the management course, these things for the non-commerce graduates. So these are the things you can do, and these are, you know, other than journal. This was the original journal. Now if it is credit purchase, you put all credit purchases here. This will be purchases book. I will not put credit purchase in original journal, right? Please visualize. If it is purchase return, I will not give journal like I taught you that day. I will not give here. I will put in purchase return. Another book, register, another book. Then if it is sale, I will not put here sale, no, credit sale. See what I am saying. If it is credit sale, I will not put here. This is original journal. I will put here credit sale, means sales book. If it is sales return, means return inward, I will not put in the original journal, I will put here sales return book. So how many books are increasing, you see? Books are increasing, but it seems to be that work could be more, no, work could be less. If it is books you purchase, work will be less, it will be systematic. And if it is sales return, I have told you sales return. And you know, there are bills, some bills you may not have idea about. When you go to restaurant, they give a bill, but here bill meaning is different. I may explain it sometimes. Now I just explain in 2 minutes what is bill. Suppose you have given 5,000 rupees to a person, he will pay you after 3-4 months or 3 months. Then you, or goods of 5,000 he has taken on credit, maybe that. your debtor, your customer. So, what you have to do? You make a bill, not like the bill this coffee shop he also gives bill, not like that. It is a format bill, this is known as negotiable instrument. You make a bill, write to him, bill language is like that, pay me on my order a sum of rupees 5,000 on completion of 3 months, like that, and he will sign it, and you keep this document with you. Later on, after 3 months, if he does not pay you the money, with this document you go to court to file suit against him. This document is a bill. This document he will be having a copy. This document is bill receivable for you. The same one is bill payable for him. Similarly, it may be opposite. You have taken money from someone, you have taken credit for someone, you have taken goods on credits for someone of suppose 10,000. Then he will draw a bill on us. He will write, pay me on my order. Or my order means either you pay me or pay the person whom I order you to pay. That is on my order. Pay me on my order or bearer. I may send you the bearer also. You pay me on my order or bearer. You pay the money. He will order me for that. Bill receivable is an order. He will draw a bill. This is a formal bill. So, for I will sign it. When I sign it, it is acceptance. Acceptance. So, this document becomes a bill. For him, receivable. For me, payable. Bill payable, bill receivable. Bill receivable is always an asset. Bill payable is always a liability in balance sheet, remember that also when you do the balance sheet. So, little idea I have given you bill receivable, bill payable, but there is a huge chapter is there. In India, there is a Negotiable Instrument Act of 1881. Under you can see sometimes when it is not in the course right now, but little bit of idea I have to give, otherwise you will be backward here. So, in Negotiable Instrument 1881, according to this act, there are 3 types of negotiable instruments. Number 1, bills, bills of exchange. Number 2, another, suppose I have taken money 10,000 for you. So, you have to draw a bill on me. Instead, I write a paper. I promise to pay the person name a sum of rupees 10,000 after 3 months. I promise to pay, and he will take the paper and he will keep it with himself. Ultimately, if I do not pay the money, that person will go to court and it is a proof. So, this is a promissory note. One is bill of exchange, one is promissory note, and another everybody knows here. When you draw this bill, you have deposited 5 lakh in bank and now sign a paper and give it to someone, that someone will go to bank and bank has to pay him money, that is check. Check is also a negotiable instrument. Okay? Negotiable instrument, little idea, but this chapter does not permit me to talk more than this here. Bill receivable is an asset, bill payable is a liability, and check is a bill of exchange drawn on bank. When you draw the bill on bank, this becomes check.
Can we say our money, like the cash we have 100 rupees, 200 rupees,
Yeah.
are they be called a promissory note?
No. These are not called promissory note. These are currency note. I will explain later on. No, I will explain this later on. Yeah, this bank promises, government promises to you that way, and that way. Yes, that way. Yes, that way. Right. You are right. Okay. And next, cash book. If any cash transaction is there, don't put in the original journal. Put here in the cash book. Got it? So separated, all separated. There is one country, separate state. Ultimately one separate state. And if you find any journal which is neither credit purchase nor purchase return nor credit sales nor sales return nor bills receivable nor bill payable nor cash transaction, it will be remaining just like you have done earlier. I taught here, it will be done here. This is known as journal proper. This is known as journal proper. Clear? journal proper. So, to make it brief, I am telling you, journal is a voluminous work, thousands of crores of journal if one does, that will be all mixed up, credit purchase, cash sale, return, cash pay, all this mixed up. Number 2, laborious. Number 2, time taking. Number 3, unsystematic. So, what is done in the account, this is the next level. Some transactions have been taken out of the original journal, but original journal still remains, that is journal proper. So, one book is credit purchase. What is recorded in credit purchase? I have not written. You tell me what is recorded in purchase book? Credit purchases. If it is cash purchase, do not record there. Credit purchases. I have not written here, I have to, you have to remember. Then purchase return, another, then credit sales, then sales return, then bill receivable, then bills payable. See, 6 books are there, and then cash book. How many? 7 done, and put it here, and original will remain here, journal proper. So many books, and all these books are known as subsidiary books. Clear? All these books have replaced journal actually, and remember, these are also known as subsidiary journal also, they say. And one more thing, from journal what you do next step, can you tell me? You have done ledger posting. So, whatever done in journal you post to ledger, many, and from here also post to ledger, same. Here also purchases, post to purchase account or creditor account, purchase account you need not make because purchase book is there, you total the purchases and done, and then you post party by party to the accounts of the creditors, that way. Means posting is also there from subsidiary books, posting is also there, and then you make the trial balance. So, instead of posting from here, you are posting from here. What is the benefit? If you want to know any time how much is the purchase, total credit purchase, see only this. So, all this are mixed up. I ask you what is the total purchase, you have to search this way. And now from the purchase book, it total tell me, sir, this is the purchase, this is the return, this is the credit sales, you can tell from all these things. What is the position of a cash? See the cash book. What is the cash balance? See the cash book. What is cash in hand? You can see. What is cash at bank? You can see. But if you put everything here, see, before today I did not tell you about these things. I tell you only journal, and it was assumed that every transaction is recorded in the journal, and that is okay only. But now I am telling, if you do that, there will be problem. You have understood the problem. So, take it out separate. Any problem here now? Okay. And I will teach you each of these. Very simple way I will teach you. It takes lot of time actually. You just check any point, suppose slightest doubt is there, you clarify. Otherwise, there may be problem. And sometimes I may say just leave it for some time now, that may be. But you have to clarify. Then this strategy is not possible in 28 days, everything completed. It is 2 years course actually, all these things, at least 1 year course. But we are taking some strategy, that way we have to put inside. Okay, you have understood the subsidiary books, everybody? I will share the PPT with you, so do not worry. Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah, please.
Sir, out of these 8 books, we did journal and we put all the entries, purchase and sales. So, it is wrong now, like pairing separately?
Please repeat.
The journal that we did earlier, we put all the entries of purchase and sales. Is it wrong now?
Not wrong, not wrong. This is an option. This is not wrong. I have taught you all correctly. Don't think I taught you wrongly and now I am, no. I taught you whatever journal you have to do that way only. But when it is voluminous, large, then you cannot put in only one journal book only. It will be confusing.
So, we make ledger out of journal properly.
Out of this also. Yes, otherwise missed out. You do something from journal proper, some from purchase book, some from sales book, some from this book. These are also journals. Remember, I put here one cash book also, and cash book, I will show you, cash book is just like a ledger, to, buy, balance. You will find cash book is just like a ledger. I will show you, cash book is just like a ledger. But from this point of view, cash book is a part of the journal only, because all cash tension taken out and put here. So, just remember, please remember one sentence, cash book is both a journal and a ledger. If you do not understand, you can ask me again, I will show you the pictures. And These are all subsidiary books, subsidiary journal, subdivision of journal, whatever you call, special books. Different people say differently, but the main thing is that this we have taken out of journal, and there is some journal which cannot be put anywhere. You want an example, no? Okay. Suppose you have a machine of 1 lakh, and at the end of 1 year there is depreciation 10,000. This entry will be, see, depreciation is a loss expense step. So, depreciation debit, and machine is asset reducing, machine credit. So, it will be depreciation account debit to machine. Which book? Can you find any book it will get the place? No book will give entry, it will remain here only like that. I will show you more examples which cannot be put in any of the special books, they will be remaining here. Even there may be a question in your evaluation, put gives examples of 2 transactions which cannot be put in any of the subsidiary book, or which have to be put in journal proper like that. There may be evaluation question also. If you understand all these things, then you can do it. Examination is nothing, whatever they did, I will see I have taught or not, I will verify, is okay. But suppose you do not understand basic concept, you cannot understand anything. So, do not worry about examination, I will take it. Now, regarding cash book, these are all I am doing now only theory part, I will go to the practical after some time. See, if you say cash book, we have to dealt it separately, because you see in the cash book what I have written, see here, all these things I have written, but cash book I have written something in bracket, because I know purchase book is one purchase book only finished. I can teach you in 5 minutes what is purchase book and how it is done, and I will teach you today only how to draw, what to be put. But cash book, you see what I have written in the bracket. Can you read in the bracket? To be discussed in depth. So, I am just giving the idea how depth. See, these are the different types of cash book, and I have not mentioned here another cash book is there which is not coming under this caption, that is, you remember, maybe I will be teaching also for small expenses. Suppose you are making an entry of rupees 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 80 lakh, and there is a transaction, paid 20 rupees for coffee to Rahul. राहुल का कॉफ़ी के लिए 20 रुपीज़ दिया है. तो the main cashier is head, is known as head cashier. His head will be hot. 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 rupees coffee. So you do one thing, you put another person here, छोटा एक person किधर रख दो, and pay him monthly 2,000 or 3,000 rupees. Understand? Please understand. Pay him from cash book only, some money to him, and उसको बोलो, see, I have given you 2,000 rupees, whole month you spend, at the end of the month bring me the statement, I will see. Out of 2,000 suppose you spend 1,900, 100 remains, I will put again 1,900, it will become 2,000 for the next month. So this another cash book separately, not the main cash book, another we can do, that is known as, I am writing for you, that is known as remember, petty cashier, petty cash book. He is known as petty cashier. You can give a clerk this money, you can give to your bearer this money to put it separate, but you will give an entry in the cash book, of course. Cash book means main cash book. Main cash book means head cash book. So I write here main cash book or head cash book. I have thought a lot how main cash book, head cash book. Main cash book, okay, head, how I can put it to your brain in such a short time and with clear conception also. I keep on thinking, because it is a challenge for me to cover up in this many days so many things, but I can deliver the lecture and go, but I will not get satisfaction if you do not understand. So that is my challenge actually, and you also cooperate with me. If I do something at home, please do it. Okay, you see the main cash book, the main person in the cash book, his head cashier, you can say main cashier, chief cashier, whatever say like that. But he will give some money, suppose 2,000 to this person, petty cashier, and petty cashier will spend for a particular period of time. You have understood what is petty cashier. You may not be able to make it now, but if anybody asks you what is petty cashier, you can say no, small expenses separate. Okay. Now these are the main cash books. You see, 3 types mainly. I will be showing you all and teaching you all very tactfully, but keeping the concept of debit and credit in mind. Only that thing in your mind, and I can challenge you can learn everything. So 3 types of, broadly 3 types of, some others are there, multiple column cash book like that. Let us not deal with those things. Single column cash book, only one cash column is there. It will be just like ledger, you have done ledger, same. Double column cash book, you make just like ledger and put 2 amount column. One is cash, one is bank. And triple column cash book, you make same ledger, I will show you. You make same ledger, but for amount you put 3 columns. How? One is cash column for cash transactions, one is bank column, and one for discount. I have taught you discount. Did I? Yes. I will put the discount in cash book only, because you know when you pay money to someone, suppose 1000 less, there is a discount, put in the cash book only. So they are visible, clear. And if you put in journal, you shall not trace out very easily. This way. So this is a subdivision of journal. Cash book is a subdivision of journal. But I will show cash book, you will find it is just like ledger. So people confuse cash book is journal or ledger. It looks like ledger, so it is ledger. But it has come out of journal like those. So it is journal, subdivision of journal. Up to now, please tell me anything, any question which is accumulated in brain, which you want to ask. Please tell, then I will go to the next one. See, I have shown here, I will give you this PPT to you for your further guidance later on. But you can ask me questions. See, in case of single entry, single column cash book, record only cash transactions. It means do not confuse that cash transaction is what. I have already told you cash book records all cash transactions, means all this cash book records cash transactions. But I have written a cash transaction, so you can get confused. This cash transaction is a different meaning, I must tell you. All this records cash transactions, but specially put here only cash transaction. I had no other language sentence. It means bank transaction will not be there. When I say single column cash book, na, only cash transaction means no bank transaction. When you pay by check, it will not come there. That meaning. Otherwise, I have told you that all cash transaction put in the cash books, I have told. So cash transaction means you can pay by check also. Cash transactions means you can pay Google payment also. And Google payment is not a cash transaction, not going any cash out of pocket. It is a bank transaction. So the bank transaction will not come in the single column cash book. It will come next. It will come here. See, I have put here cash and bank column, so that you can understand easily. And here cash bank discount. So this same thing will be here. See from here, same thing will be here, extra column bank. Same thing will be here, extra column discount. Now it will be clear in your brain. And after few minutes, I will be showing you the format and share with you the format. This is clear, no? This cash transaction clear? Cash transaction means you are not paying cash. When you go by Ola, Uber, cab, then you pay Google payment, GPay, whatever, or you can pay cash. That is cash transaction. Cash transactions only, not bank transaction means. Cash transaction only come in single column cash book. But broader way, cash transaction includes bank transaction. What is cash transaction? Fatafat payment, isn't it? You pay by check or pay by cash or pay by GPay or whatever way. This is cash transactions, not credit transactions, it means. So don't get confused. Actually, it depends on the situation where you use the word. Don't think it is only in case of accountancy, these confusing things. Everywhere this language is a problem. It actually, a word has got no meaning in neutrally, but when word is put in a sentence, it gets the meaning. You have to understand. That's why you need to understand. Okay, bank book. What is bank book? Let me tell you that. You draw like single column cash book only, you shall draw. There are some companies, you may find, some institutions, They never pay single cash, everything to bank transaction. So, in the single column cash book only, what I have shown earlier, you put amount column only bank. It means both side bank column, with cash transaction is not there. Cash means currency is not there. You put only check, only pay through Google payment or through online payment or check, or receive whatever you receive directly in bank. Nobody gets cash in hand. So, that is bank book. Hope it is not no problem. Bank book, that is bank book. You can think this one, second one you think, suppose double column, you cut it, make a single column and you cut cash, put bank column only, this is bank book, you will understand it, nothing like. So, you have understood this thing, and after learning this class, whatever I am teaching, when you will be learning every point, a time will be there, you shall not have to practice, you shall not have to learn, but you shall have to apply this knowledge, this idea in management. This one connecting, this one they have given managerial accounting, this is all accounting, but after learning all these things, you will decide how you can use in the management. See, if you know all these things, then you can manage your cash, you can detect fraud, you will know all these different types of books, subsidiary books, you can detect fraud easily, different types of frauds are there. This is not the class for fraud, but you remember different types of frauds are there. If you maintain these types of accounts, then it's checked. And cash is a something, let me take 2-3 minutes only on the first one, managerial relevance. Cash is something which needs to be managed. This is not a cash management, it is very difficult. Sometimes you pay too much of cash payout, not illegally, legally only. You are paying too much of cash, you do not have cash in hand. How can you pay electricity, how can you pay small expenses? So, you keep cash in hand, right, for paying all these things. And suppose you need that type of cash 20,000 and you are having 2 lakh in hand, that is also a problem. You need here 20,000 in the month, but you are having 2 lakh here. You are a bad cash manager. How? This extra money could have been invested somewhere, you have not thought it. So, managers should think this way. Managers should think how much money should be here, how much money should be invested, all things think, because every single rupee has a cost. Every single rupee has a cost, that is the inner point. You cannot waste, even if it is own money or loan money, but it is money, you cannot misuse it. One day I told you, you have worked hard, remember that dialogue, you have worked hard and hard and hard and earned lots of money. Now, let money work for you to make more money, that is investment. You need 20,000 in the month, you are having 5 lakh here only, and you are not thinking anything. When it will be checked by the auditor, how much money in cash? Then not only bad manager, not only that, many more things will be coming. When the auditor will come, they say, oh, I understand. No, sir, by mistake I could not invest. I understand what you do. You need 20,000, you kept 5 lakh here, that means some of the money you give to your relatives, your friends, use at home and then bring back here, you are doing those things will be coming, that is fraud. It is a long chapter, I am just touching only, a long chapter. So, excessive cash in hand is you can say nearing to fraud, and you have to know how much cash exactly you need. There is calculation, you need to calculate, make a cash budget, they will understand. So, all these things in a cash manager simply teaching or understanding very easy, but sit in the cash and manage it, then you find difficult things are there. If some chapter permits, I will teach you there in details, but now let us go ahead. Objectives of proper maintenance, like all these books, someone told me, why maintaining all this book? Why? We could have done everything in journal, but we have taken out. Why? Check. Mallika, read. If we maintain all this systematically, then the benefit. Please.
Objectives of proper maintenance of subsidiary books, cash flow forecasting.
Cash flow forecasting. You know cash flow? You have in course, I will teach you at the end cash flow statement, very important. So, if I talk a little more here, it will be helping you there. Cash flow statement I will teach you how to make, very essential. Every company along with the balance sheet has to submit a cash flow statement these days. I will teach you how to make. Now, cash flow means cash comes and cash goes, cash comes, cash goes. Cash flow means cash coming and cash going out. Will you listen to a story, very interesting, and it will help you to understand more. One more student told you, are you relaxed? Up to now it's okay? After this slide I will go to practical. So, before that please enjoy one beautiful story, and logic is there also. In Guwahati, my student told me the story, and he does not know how I shall use the story, he does not know it, and I am using the story in this class IIT and several places. One beggar in Guwahati, there is a place, and in this place all beggars are there, and there is one particular beggar, he does not have one leg, so he is highly qualified for begging. He does not have a leg, no? They are most qualified for begging. So, he is begging, and there are lots of beggars in Guwahati, only in India you can think how many. So, he begs 50 rupees per day, his income from begging. Listen to the story, and I will not narrate any story which will not help you. Remember, this is a high level class, and even no class I share these things this way, which is not helpful. This will help me to explain. So, what he is doing? He is earning 50 rupees and keeping here every day, and his cost of living is how much? Sometimes some bread is given someone, so his lunch is over. Sometimes biscuit is given, dinner is over, and sometimes he spends 10 rupees or 5 rupees on lunch, dinner over like that. So, that way 60, 70 is earning per day, and every day he saves 50 rupees. In month he is having 1500, it is real story. In month 1500, and in year, can you tell me how much? 18,000. 18,000. Then when he had 18,000 rupees, he purchased a rickshaw. And you should ask me, sir, he does not have one leg, what use he will do with the rickshaw? He gives the rickshaw to another person who has 2 legs intact. And the condition, you use the rickshaw whole day, earn money, and at the end of the day, pay me 50 rupees. Okay? Now, per day his income is 100. 50 rupees from begging and 50 rupees from rental, right. So, his yearly income is 36,000. He purchased at the end of the year another 3 rickshaws, 12,000 at them rickshaw, this cycle rickshaw puller. Then now having 4 rickshaws. From 4 rickshaws he is getting 200 per day, and you can continue. Now, beggar, you know the word lakpati. Lakpati is a word, very important word. Lakpati Didi, Modi ji said. So, lakpati is till now is a very attractive, rich. Lakpati means rich, and beggar becomes lakpati this way. It's possible. You can continue. So, 4 rickshaws, 200 plus 50 begging, so 250, and you can count on. Within 2-3 years he becomes lakpati, but still begging. But there are many more beggars in the state or country, they could not become that. They could not become that. That is the difference. This person knows how to manage cash. He is also flowing cash, and other people also flowing. Someone ate and finished off, and then drink and all this finished off and misused, but he this. Same thing come to business. Same thing you come to business. Every day money is coming, cash is coming, and every day cash is going out. And suppose you do not have an eye on that coming and going of cash flow, then you do not have anything to do. Sometimes instead of 20,000 you will be having 5 lakh here, you are not thinking, and sometimes even 20,000 you need, 1,000 is not there. So, you cannot bear expensive day to day expenses, that is also bad. And if you have 5 lakh in the place of 20,000, there is also problem. You understand the problem? That is bad cash management. You make all these books of account and monitor regularly, then you can go for cash flow forecasting. Next, how much cash will be there, how much you can forecast it. Next,
Liquidity management.
do you understand what is liquidity? Understand? Can you tell me liquidity? Yes, cash which is ready to spend. Cash,
Cash or equivalent cash.
बोलो, हाँ बोलो.
Any kind of commodity which we can liquefy or convert into cash
Exactly,
very easily.
exactly. Suppose you have put the money in the building, this building, this is fixed asset, and others are liquid asset.
Like we have shares,
Yeah,
we can
easily
convert
sellable,
into cash.
easily sellable. Everybody understand. This is easy to understand. Now there may be liquidity problem. If you have invested 99% in fixed asset, then same problem will happen. If you have 99% in cash box, same problem. So you can manage the liquidity. There are some ratios, I don't think you have or not. Some ratios are there. Those ratios, you take the balance sheet, make the ratio and check the efficiency of the cash management. All these things are there. This course you don't have, maybe in future I will tell you if I get it. Then next one you tell.
Fraud prevention.
Fraud penalty. If you make this way, if you make, because you may ask me, because HS first year or 11th class student will never ask me, sir, why? Never ask me. You can ask me, you are mature. So why, sir? We have already done cash, journal. So it is okay only, sir. We have learned. Why are you making so many things? These are the things I put for you. So fraud prevention, you can do it. And next, you make the books ready for the auditor to check anytime. Auditor will be there, interim audit, final audit, all these things are there. Anything else? Anything else? Thank you. So take deep breath, deep breathing. Breathing किया? Question है तो पूछ लो. हाँ? 5 minutes ले लो. 5 minutes दे दिया. No, he wants to ask me a question before that. Ask, please ask.
Any transaction by check will come in bills book or cash book?
I didn't get.
Any transaction which is made by check book, which will come in bills book or cash book?
Cash book. Getting check or getting cash, anything, it will be entered in the cash book.
Cash book, but check is a bill.
Check is a,
Will come in bills book.
see, check is a bill for the, no, even if bill of exchange money you get, that will also coming to cash book. Any money, suppose there is a bill receivable and the person has given you the money, it will come to two places, one cash book, one bill book, like that. And all cash transactions are recorded in cash book. I will show that. जाओ 5 मिनट जाओ. तुम 2 मिनट बोला, मैं 5 मिनट दिया. अभी उल्टा पल्टा मत करना. इसको क्रॉस करो, क्रॉस करो.